delivered to your Honourable Minister's office. And to this date, no endorsement has come. And matters in relation to lands in the city of Lae, Morobe province, has been dealt with by that board. It's important that the Morobians will protect their land. The leaders appointed by their government will protect their land. And it's important that that board is endorsed by your office in accordance with the Land Act, which never happened. 2.5 months have gone. Mr. Minister, that is my first question to you. Second question, Mr. Speaker, is in relation to the Land Act. Land Act Section 72 gives you the power, the minister the power, the discretionary power to give the land to an applicant which you consider it should be. You have that power under Section 72. There is a complaint that you have exercised those power, and many of the land in the city of Lae has been granted to people seeking the leasehold pursuant to Section 72. There is an alarming rate, and this prevents those people who got the land, who money, who want to invest in the city of Lae, but they cannot do it because many of those land, as complained, has been given to those applicants by virtue of Section 72. Can you explain to the people of Morobe and Papua New Guinea through this Parliament, if that is the case? If that is the case, surely that's not a good precedent. That's not a good precedent. Number 3 question, Mr. Minister, is that there is a complaint that's going around in the Lands Department. In the Lands Department, that all the files of the Lands Department supposed to be in the Lands Department's record. For the interest people who want to find out the status of that land, or they're applying for that land, they should check it with the Lands Department. Now, there is a complaint. Many of the files are been taken to your office, the Minister's office. And as we know, by virtue of the Land Act, Mr. Speaker, the Land Act is there. The Land Act is there to keep the record of all the state land or customary land registered under the Land Act. The record must be with the Lands Department, not in the Minister's office, unless there is an order of the court or whatever powers you can have it. So there is the complaint that people coming from all over Papua New Guinea, coming to the Lands Department only to find that in making checks of whatever land they're interested in, only to find that those land piles are kept in your office. That is the complaint, because the Lands Department officers say, something's done on Minister. Something's done on Minister. That's what they're saying. And the Lands Department's office is an office to keep the record of the lands in this country, not the Minister's land. Of course, if anything related to the Minister, sure, but otherwise the record must be returned to the Lands Department. So, Minister, there is that serious complaint coming. And me Morobe man, me woglo worry. It's coming, you country blamina, it's a kind of allegation come, me woglo worry. So, miragam you back him to this country, sorry, through this Parliament, country by hiring good. So would you like give him long report or something, can? You like him to give me further questions you're going to use by written questions? Then I'm prepared to finish those to you. Mr. Speaker, thank you for allowing me to ask those questions.
The Honourable Minister, Deputy Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members of Parliament. Thank you, my good Governor of Morobe, for the important questions. Must I say most of them innuendos and assumptions.
Right.
The first question. For the Physical Planning and the Lands Board, they are recommended by provincial governments from the PC. But the Lands Minister, under the law, has a final say on approving it. When the Lands Minister sees that the PC recommendations of the persons that are entrusted to very important boards like the Physical Planning Board and the Lands Board, I must make certain people of fit and proper persons are on those boards. Lo lay planti ground before lo time blow me. This la ground of man salim number na misuse him number under your watch, Mr. Governor.
Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, we have a point of order. Honorable Governor, what's your point of order?
Point of order is that the minister's office has not responded. 2.5 years gone. You have not responded. In the term that you're trying to explain in this parliament, you have not responded.
Honorable Governor, are you...
So you be careful.
Are you raising a point of order or you're debating this? And Honorable Governor, I would like to ask you to withdraw that word saying you must be very careful. Can you withdraw that?
Yeah, with respect, sorry, Speaker, I withdraw.
Thank you.
With respect.
Honorable Minister.
If I may finish. So when you have boards, various boards, and the problem in this country is when we appoint people who are not at fit and proper persons on many of these boards. That's why we have problems everywhere. So in my position as also the Lands Minister, I must make certain that these boards are of fit and proper persons. So I have written back to the good PEC to ensure that we have fit and proper persons appointed to the Morobe Provincial Government Lands Board and the Physical Planning Board.
Honorable Governor, what's your point of order again?
The law is very clear. Doesn't require fit and proper person. That's not the term of the law. That's not the term of the law.
Honorable Governor.
So you can't say that that is the...
Honorable Governor, I will ask you to resume your seat. Honorable Governor, I will ask you to resume your seat. I will not entertain a point of order from you again. You seem to be debating your own question raised to the Minister, and Minister is trying to get to the question. Whatever answer that he responds, this is time of you to receive an answer from a Minister. The Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I said earlier, fit and proper persons is an essential requirement. And as members of Parliament and representatives of people, that must be our priority. We cannot just put him like Blimiet or want to country and about inside legislation or something. There must be fit and proper people. So having had a look at it, na mino blow, Wabek or CP or Simbu, mi blow layer. Na mi sa wane mon mani blow appoint him. This old man appoint him, for example, a representative, blow makam, lo place blow me. You blow makam, say representative blow ai. I'm wrong. ai people have represented, it must be of ai. All this like kind something me plan soak him. Because problem, time me stop lo lay. Plenty ground blow lo lay, or kind man see nothing. It is my job to fix it. It is my job to assist you, Mr. Governor, to ensure that we fix it. Plenty recreational ground blow me lo papong compound, lo people blow me. Before me come up member, me been son up lo court because it was given to a construction company, a recreational oval. It got barred drainage system lo Lake City. Lands board, you been give him lo on man nothing. He got playing park na fields. Lands board give him nothing. The provincial Morobe Lands Board. Physical planning structures that are approved by incompetent people, putting all the antaplo structures where bugger up in road reserves and all something. So it is every right that we must appoint good boards, and that is my obligation and duty to my people. All get a board from each province that comes. Mipla all get a minister must make certain Mipla uphold him this integrity blow this whole board. So he must get good man. So our country can move forward. That is a responsibility of a member of parliament and a minister. And for all politicians, including governors, we must appoint good people on every board. So this old man come here, me come man, and me no salo this old man. I know every person that was recommended. So me salim talk go back, me write him pass, so I can explain him. Education qualification, or must explain him. Qualification na fit and proper persons. Na representative must representative straight. That is why me salim go back, good Governor Blomi. As soon as it comes back, and I am happy, then I will allow a good board that represents a future of our children, so all can take carriage, lo allocate him land properly, in a physical zoning properly inside the city, blomipla lo lay. Because time me lose work politician penis, me go back na over the street. Now me must look him something, walk on mark, me must go straight. And work blue me all together. You know, put you one talk na kind incompetent man inside lo just like kind board. So this is one and first. Until I'm satisfied, that board will sit until me looking fit and proper person become. Number two, laws block grant. Laws block grant law, section 72. Me talk finish, planting ground blomipla. Ogada field lo lay. Kamkumung field was given to a construction company. Papang compound field given to a construction company. Not all Barrett number given to. I have a whole list there, Mr. Speaker, that I can furnish to Parliament and the Office of a Good Governor. The old airport, a lot of allocated land that was gone. So it is my duty, as also the member for Ley, to recoup all this. We have gone to court. We have won through the Supreme Court and got the land at Kamkumung Field back, so it can go and be granted to the Ley City Authority to hold it in trust for the people and children of Ley. The East Taraka Field to be held in trust for the people and children of Ley. Or Barret na road reserves or Manstilimia to be held in trust for the children and people of Ley. And that is for every single province. Mipla must work in this la. So you may put him on ground na something here, Mipla must work in good. And that needs good people there. So the granting powers, I do not give willy-nilly. Section 732, I grant to appropriate government authorities, and that is granted to the Ley City Authority. And those land, I can furnish a list to them. And for that case also, I've been taken to court, my good governor, for the market that I'm building for the people of Ley with OSAID, that your office has taken me to court, a market for our people of Ley. When we come to number three, the titles, land titles that are coming to the office. When I left the office and went to the elections as a lands minister, I delegated all my ministerial powers to my ministerial delegate, which is the lands secretary. So for 2 years now, me no olim lands minister powers, me delegate in pinis. Lo appropriate department head because me go politics. No good me lose na me win me no save. So as those powers are still delegated and lies with the minister, with the secretary for lands. Lands titles and files are not to be kept in the minister's office. And you are right, my good governor. It should not be kept there. A lot of people inside the lands office all can talk title stuff, but if you go there now, and I welcome you to visit my office, there's no such files being kept in those offices. There's no such files being kept in those offices. The files that were brought up was under a Ley City Authority program to assist our people of 10 City, our people of 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, 4 mile, our people of 7th Street, little people who have not had a land title for 40 years. The Ley City Authority has partnered with them, and now we have granted 400 titles through the Lands Board. Mibla gibim lo 400 Tranguman Meri, all wait 40 years, all Ximza title. Now Mibla redim Napla 350 title, lo Liglik Man Meri. So all two can see title. So it's very hard to get a land title if you're a little person. So for Ley Mipla Wokim, nearly 800, and the Lake City Authority has spent $1 million kina to achieve that ambition. That is probably the files they're talking about. That is for the people of Leh itself. But apart from that, we don't keep files there. We are also undergoing, we appreciate that concern, we are undergoing a major reform in electronic titling and records for the Department of Lands. And let me point out, for the good years of our Parliament, that since I took over as the Lands Minister, our collection records and filing systems, we had a collection of 9 million kina. 9 million kina for the whole country. My good Parliament, today as we sit, a collection, Lands has surpassed those expectations in 4 years by an electronic, the new reforms we're putting in, by an electronic payment system. As of last week, we collected 51 million in direct payments of rates, and a total, including stamp duties, of 170 million kina. We grew it from 9 million to 170 million kina with not one toya expended. That is the way all departments should be working, and that is what I stand for. My good Governor, my office will not be compromised. I respect you as my Governor, but I will not compromise my integrity on assumptions until I see a good board and a physical planning board that sits before me for the good people of our children in Leh. Thank you, Parliament. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.